Hey guys, so I am going to answer a very, very popular question, and that question is why I left LuLaRoe. So I finished finally selling off the rest of my inventory just a few weeks ago, and thankfully I found a woman who just wanted to buy all of it for super duper cheap, and that way I was able to just be done with it. I haven't officially canceled my contract yet. I need to just do it. The retention department has called me already. I didn't answer that phone call. I just sent it to voicemail. I didn't know what it was, but I didn't think it would be anything good. So, yeah, I just need to get on and cancel that, which maybe I'll do that after this video. I'm not going to be ordering anything else. So, all right. A few reasons why I left. And in no real particular order, I needed the space back in our house. The kids decided, so we have a 3-bedroom house and we have a loft. And the kids used to share a bedroom, my boys used to share a bedroom, and they decided that they wanted to have their own rooms, which was fine, but that made our guest bedroom / we called it our adventure room, like our sporting goods room, it needed a place to go. So the loft is, the place where it naturally should go. To just store things. We also wanted to kind of turn it back into like it was a man cave before it was a LuLaRoe room. And now that the kids are getting older and like their friends are coming over and, playing video games or just hanging out or whatever, we wanted to have that space back for like the kids to have just, if really even just for them, like different sets of friends, separate places. So I wanted the space back because it was taking up a lot of space in our house. So that was a big reason. The other really, really, really big reason is some of the views and the decisions that the company was making I didn't necessarily agree with. And that was bothersome to me. So I know it's a very, faith-based company, which is fine, but any sort of anything negative towards a person, and I'm just like, that's not good. So there were some things like that I didn't necessarily like. Also, when they would launch different lines, like a big, say it was a big holiday line of some sort, it was really hard for people who were not top sellers to get the product. So it felt like all the top sellers would just be rolling in box after box after box of the new inventory, whereas like lower sellers were just hoping to get like a couple of pieces. Like if you got lucky enough, you would get the not popular size, not popular item. So that wasn't very cool. There was also some inconsistencies with the clothing itself. Like I would get 2 of the same size pairs of leggings, and one would be super duper tight and a lot smaller, and then another one would be like really loose and really odd fitting. So I felt like some of the quality was diminishing just a little bit. You know what it reminds me of is this was from a while ago, but Fuzzy Buns was a cloth diaper company, and they made their cloth diapers in China, and those ones were amazing. They switched manufacturers to like Vietnam or something like that, and they were awful. So it was like I only wanted it kind of reminded me of that, where it's like something changed and it's not a good change. So it's kind of like that. What else? It was hard because you were getting more and more prints that just weren't moving, and as people were going out of business, they were buying back inventory, so I was getting all of like their inventory that wasn't selling in the first place. At least it seemed like, it was kind of just a rough time, and that kind of, I don't know, turned me off to the whole thing. Plus that, and then with the need of space, and it was just kind of like, well, my boyfriend said as soon as I started it, he was like, this is, there's an expiration date on this, all of it. And I'm like, I know, but I love it. Like the Cassie skirt was the thing that really turned me onto the company. It's a pencil skirt that's really stretchy, and I mean, you could run a marathon in that thing, and I still have a bunch of them. I love them. The Julia dress, love it. The Maria dress, I love it. I don't even know half of the new things they have out now. But I mean, obviously the leggings are amazing. I still have quite a few pairs of those. They would hold up great. There are some though that would get holes very easily, and that was frustrating. And then, this was another thing. They changed the return policy, so you couldn't just send them pictures and like the item number and say, hey, this came to me with a hole in it, or this came to me and, you know, the pockets in the middle of the shirt versus on the side, or whatever it might be. So instead you had to save up a whole bunch of items and then ship them back. And I just hated that. Like, this is awful. Like, you sent me something bad. I bought this. I can't sell this. And now I have to like gather a whole bunch together before I can send them back to stuff like that, where it was just like, yeah, this isn't really, I don't know. I loved it in the beginning. Loved it. They just made changes and choices and decisions that I didn't love. So anyways, those are some of the reasons why I am no longer selling it. I do miss it. I miss, you know what I miss? I miss the days where things were really good and like the items were really good and still really fun, and you got a good mix of things. And I miss like sending, you know, fun goodie bags with like the people who bought things. I loved, you know, creating, like writing out the thank you cards and sending goodies, or doing like the Easter basket thing that I did that one time. I loved that stuff and I miss that a lot. And I miss just having that interaction with so many of the really great people that I met through it. So just things like that. There's things I really miss, but then things where it's like, oh, like my house we have space back. We don't have a super big house, so it's nice to have that space back and be able to just kind of open a new chapter. So hopefully that answers your questions. I know that's really long. There's a lot of reasons though, but anyways, that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon.